All right, so
That.
yep, this is
Right
time.
Yeah.
So this is a part two.
Part two.
I mean,
man.
really, it's gonna keep going. It doesn't seem like we're gonna
But
be
yeah, part two.
stopping this. So this is episode 2, highlight podcast. Something that we just here having a conversation. It's Black History Month, and
Facts.
we still working. it ain't no letting up. But
Black history every day for real.
right. I wanted to start it off kind of just like where you at musically. I know Valentine's Day just passed, and
Yep.
last time you were here, you dropped Sic Em, and
Yeah.
that. How did you feel like Sic Em, kind of went? Tell me that. Just give us a recap of kind of how that went, what you learned from it, and then how you got into this one.
I think it was cool because we got to actually have a conversation before I dropped it. So yeah, so not to recap, it's actually kind of fun.
Right.
But it was cool. My whole objective was just trying to get it played in the stadium. Bro, that was like my only objective. I'm just trying to get this song spun in the stadium one time. So, man, I guess I had a game plan going into it initially. It was like, all right, who's the DJ for the UGA school? Found out who he was. I tried to reach out on Instagram, but I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he was holding nuts on me, man, for a cool minute, because I was just trying to hit him, but because he'll like my comments. But shout out DJ Sir Foster, man. He a fire DJ, cool dude. Because, you got to think about it. He got a whole bunch of people probably already hitting him about, yo, check this song out. Can you spin this song? So I knew I was going to have to be persistent, but I also didn't want to do just like a quick transaction approach because I want him to really believe in the record and want to push it himself rather than being like, hey, here's this money, can you play this record? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people were telling me, yo, you should just pay him. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I gotta make him see the vision.
Here.
Yeah, so
he gonna get something out of playing this.
Yeah, facts, exactly. Because I knew the song, like, bro, no way, like, you know what I'm saying. So, anyways, boom, I pulled up on him, like at a basketball game. It's like a week before the home game, the first home game out of the last 3. Mm-hmm. So, pulled up on him, gave him a shirt, just like, yo, I'm Sajaad, like, I'm an artist, I got this song, so he kind of was like, all right, here, take my email down. So whatever, I sent it to him. He ain't listened to it, but I also wanted to take the approach of tapping in with some of the UGA creatives for the football team and maybe collab on some audio. So I reached out, looked at the team, like who was crazy. I seen Alex, so shout out to Alex.
Yeah, Alex is the GOAT.
Shout out to Alex.
Kudo.
Yeah, Kudo, man.
Yeah.
I had DM'd him. And then I was like, yo, my name's Sajaad, like I'm an artist in town, like I'm dropping the song Sic Em. Here's like the Google Drive for it, like before the song was out. So I didn't really hear back from him. Like a week and a half later, the song is out. So I just kept touching bases, like, yo, the song's out. Here's a link. You haven't got to check it. It's a little more accessible, so you can just hear it. I just knew, like, y'all just got to hear it. Like, just hear it.
Right.
So then he got back with me. He's like, yo, I'm busy this week, but I'm going to check it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I think it was like the second week it was out. He had hit me. He was like, yo, I'm not going to use the audio yet, but I'll add it to like the TikTok audio like that we use for the video, so it can kind of draw us to the song. But what's crazy, kind of unexpected wild card on my end was my TikTok videos were actually going crazy with the song. So like I got a couple of like, one hit like 40K, some hit like 20K, 11K, 15, 19K. So that was already building traction on TikTok. So I was like, dang, like that taught me about niche. I didn't know about niche for sure now, but now I can really attack each song like a niche for real. Yeah. And like it really opened my mind to how big like the UGA culture was with the Bulldogs. I was like, dang, like it's huge for real. Cause these fans aren't even really, not all of them are in Athens. It's like all over just.
So anything they can attach to.
Yeah. And it's like, you got hella different demographics. Old white ladies, like she's trying to spit the verse. Like, it was
it's funny. One of the players, shout out Percy.
Okay.
He did a football camp.
Okay.
And there's this old white lady there, and she was like, "Oh, I get to take a picture with a UGA football player."
Yeah, fact.
And it was hilarious because I had caught the sound bite. So at the video we did, if you go look on his Instagram, you'll see the videos there. Yeah. And at the end of his football camp, when the drone shot's flying out, it's like, I get to take a picture with a UGA football player.
That's hard. I gotta check that.
It's like, yeah, man, the fandom is far and wide.
Yeah,
facts. They're out there, especially if a player is from their town and crosses multiple states to get here, and they go to that town, they actually do good in the sport.
Yeah, they tapped in.
Yeah, they tapped in. But yeah,
yeah, facts. So
so niching down and how you're touching your fan base.
Facts. It was growing on that space, at least online. So that was cool just to see that. So I really was focused on content on TikTok. Right. I wasn't even promoting too much on Instagram. Not that much. Like I was posting a little bit, but mostly I was just focusing on because TikTok was going. So I'm just running up TikTok.
Right.
And then I'll put some collages together on Instagram. But okay, so fast forward, so boom. But I'm still not, I'm in touch with Alex, but I'm not in touch with the DJ yet. So I was like, all right, bet. What's some approaches I gotta get him to notice? Like, so I made a video. And I was like, I was in the UGA bookstore with my shawty, she was working there. I just went in there because I was gonna pick her up, but I was gonna shoot some content anyway because I was shooting some content at the stadium, like for TikTok. And I was like, shoot, let me just go to like the student the Terry, the UGA Bulldog store. Yeah. Bro, I just put on like one of them big caps to change, like made this epic little video. Yeah. And that actually went off on TikTok. And then, so sure enough, that kind of like, so with that video, I was like, okay, I can post it on Instagram. So I posted that in Instagram. I told everybody, yo, tag DJ Sir Foster. Remember, I even, I hit you, I was like, bro, everybody tag. Like, I was having everybody tag him. So it was like 100 and maybe 60, 70 plus comments with his name on. So I know he's seen it. And what's funny, like some shawty, he ended up following some shawty. And then I was like, yo, you putting him on. She hit me. She's like, I don't know this help, but he followed me. I'm just like, man, this man really holding nuts on me. For real. Like, I know you seen this post. Cause he would like my comments on his post, but never check my DM. Yeah. So I was like, man, all right, whatever. Like, I'm gonna keep pressing him. So I went to the UMass game. Seen him there, I'm like, Foster, bro. I found out, I looked in the stadium, found out. I finessed my way over there. Yeah. Boom. And I pull up on him, I'm like, yo, Sir Foster, bro, I know you seen like the post. He's like, this how he knew my name. He's like, this Sajaad, like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. He gave me a dap up. He's like, I got you. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm like, dude, just listen to it, bro. So, anyways, the last home game was gonna be the Tech game. So I'm praying. I'm like, bro, me and the bros get to the Tech game. I'm like, all right, come on, he's gonna spin it. It's up. So I'm like, I get into the stadium. I'm like, forget that. I'm gonna go pull up on him on some movie shit. Just like, we go pull up on him again just to make sure. Like, I'm like, so I pull up on him. Brody still didn't check the record, bro. I was like, man. And that game was just so epic, bro. Like, it would have been perfect that night, like, to have an anthem playing. So, anyways, that next morning, I text him back home at like 3 in the morning. I'm like, bro, like, just listen to the song. Cause he followed me on TikTok. And his TikTok, he had like 200,000+. So he was seeing emotion building, you know what I'm saying? But he just, for whatever reason, hadn't checked the song. But that morning, I DM him, I'm like, bro, check the song. Like, you'll see the vision. Just listen to it, bro. So that morning, 11 o'clock, Brody hit me like on TikTok back. He's like, bang, you're exactly right. That would have went crazy last night. So, but then I was like, bro, but at the same time, it still was a win because he ended up like posting at the basketball game. Like now he's involved for this thing. Exactly. So this upcoming season is up though because he tapped in now to actually really push for it. So
that's a thing as a creative. Like you can't just wipe the board with somebody because they ain't want to do, or like if I was mad at a person because they didn't want to come do an interview. Yeah. Like. It's not necessarily the right time, and that's okay. Like I had somebody, they were like, "You're not relevant enough for me to inconvenience my life right now," and I was like, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna take that to heart because I don't know what you're going through right now."
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I just said, "Hey, like, let me know when it's not an inconvenience to you, and like I'm actually listening, and let me just know when that worked for you. If not, Brody, it's all good." Yeah,
facts.
You just can't like make things black and white.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but it'd be some people out here
the
though.
Hard work. Like you're persistent.
Yeah.
I think that in combination of you and bro never like had any issue. You just stayed persistent. You knew you made it relevant.
Thanks. Yeah.
It did the work itself.
Because also being an artist, I also understood the DJ perspective. Like one, he got motion as a DJ. Yeah. So he got more leverage than me at this moment because it's like I'm just another artist coming to him on some random stuff in his eyes. Right. But the fact that he finally, like, once he, like, registered the music, he, like, even hit me. He was like, bro, like, pretty much just upping me, like, bro, like, with your persistence, but, like, your music's hard as, like, crazy. It's like, bro, you're gonna go up. Like, it's only up from here. So that was cool just, like, getting that love because he got to see this. I put up on him 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I put up on him 3 times. Like,
and I still feel like the IG pull up, you got all them people commenting.
Yeah, facts. I mean, it was so many different things.
The IG pull up is immaculate. So, because the fact you can
pull up, facts. I was like, man, he's just gonna have to see it. Like, or you gonna be able to say like you can't say you didn't see it, bro. So it's like, bro, come on, just check the song out.
Right.
So
and now you got time, bro. Think about between now.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of time right now. Yes, exactly. And
load them up.
But that's what I'm saying. Just the idea was I was trying to get the song played in the stadium, but all these other blessings came from it that I didn't even really think of. So that same day, right?
Right.
I think it was 555. Like literally 555. Alex texted me on the DM me like, yo, send me the audio. I want to use it for the video tomorrow. And so then, but it was so funny because I just went back to the comment 4 weeks ago. I was like, bro, the file right here. Like, I've already sent it to you.
I already sent it to you.
I've already sent it to you, bro. But anyways, like, got it there. And the next morning, boom, it's just like, and they posted it, and that was epic. Yeah, that was fire. They posted on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Snapchat. It was cool. It was like, dang. So I know, I just wish like my Instagram the audio had got tagged, but since they posted it from out, it didn't. Yeah. TikTok does a great job of tracking it. But
right.
Anyways, though,
if he had used the
and just turned it down, like that could have brought way more traffic too. Yeah. But it still brought a lot of traffic. A lot of people listen to the song, so now it's just like, all right, I know the seed is planted. Yeah. But now it's like, okay, can we get more? Like I said, can I perform at a basketball game at some point? Like really get some of the people like put in the face with the song and like be like, yo, this is someone in Athens who made this and like it's got a lot of potential. Like,
and it's working.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my next phase with it. But I was just thinking more to like as that season starts to come for the next football season. Because right now it's going to build like as an artist, my other catalog right now, a bit of my leverage just as an artist overall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to be known for Sic Em. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and so so you that's really the real recap. So we got
that was the recap, man. That was the recap.
So now what did that lead into this most recent drop, and like kind of tell me how you walked into that and the approach and
So this recent drop was really in play before I dropped Sic Em. Sic Em was more of a curveball that just kind of came. So I kind of derailed from that and went to that. So but it all made sense though. It's all perfect time because like a lot of stuff in the shadows have been developed and worked on. So for my rollout to be what it is now, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Has some foundation.
Yeah, got some foundation, some structure, some ideas, and then like, we're just working on some different things of like actually rolling it out, and so I can be consistent, not just rolling it out, not dropping for 2 months, 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Right. This time since I dropped now, I'm just gonna stay mad consistent for the next 6 months, but really all year. But in terms of the EP, like until May, like I'm really just active for real, like just doing what I'm doing. So that's the main focus right now is going from Sic Em to now rolling out more of the music that I already for this EP, you know what I'm saying? Giving people who I am. Right. So I'm really excited about that whole process and when I'm gonna go and do that. So I just dropped, Valentine's Day, Did It. So that song's out right now. So if y'all listen to this, man, link. There's a link in the bio somewhere. Did It. Add that add that to your playlist.
Actually, look. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it real quick.
Facts.
We'll get, but tell me a little bit more how you just approached it, like as far as it's Valentine's, what's going through.
Yeah, I just felt that record was a good time to drop it then. It's not necessarily a record of like you want to say per se like a Valentine's Day record, but it definitely taps into the raw emotion of like relationships for me and just things that don't get talked about a lot, because also like a lot of times everybody be like, yo, men ain't shit and this ain't that, but really it'd be a lot of good men out here, and sometimes the women like their own trauma affects the relationship in a way where they fuck up the whole relationship. You're not saying like that was the case, but you can also play yourself out of a blessing because you just overlooking and you dealing with such a trauma response and mindset and perspective that you can't even see the blessings in front of you. So that's kind of what the song is about, pretty much. So yeah, like
I'm about to play it real quick.
But also that feeling of like that person, regardless of how it went down, y'all not together, but she's still the shawty that you want to be with, feel me? So it's just that dynamic as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it ties into a little bit of everything there at that point.
Right. I love the cover too, man.
Yeah. Shout out Scotty, man. Shout out by Scotty.
Yeah, it's hard. Let's see. Okay.
Shout out to Ken on the beat too, produced by Ken. Next to mastered by Matt.
It's going crazy.
Yeah.
Everything you said, I did it. I was in love with your mind and your body, your aura, in love with your spirit. You wasn't used to this love, so you figured my agendas were hidden. Dealing with trauma, but deep down inside, I thought it was something I was missing. If we left each other's lives, I wouldn't feel right, I don't know. Always two sides to the story, I guess there's never a right or wrong. Heard you tryna keep vibes with a nigga, but you know you ain't me. Bet my life on the line, if it really came to it, you sided with me. She getting freaky, she nasty, but that's how I like it. Put my thumb in your when I slide it in, baby, I know how you like it. At times I try to lie, say I ain't missing you. Even caught a couple bodies just to see if I was feeling you. Damn, I ain't the best and I know it. Some shawties at your event, spinning the block, but I couldn't do it. I can't say she in the wrong, cause we ain't together, that's not how I'm moving. I'm on my grind, they on my line, I see they picking and choosing, yeah. They feeling the void, but girl, you the one that I want. I keep it solid, I'm smoking exotic, baby girl, I'm just keeping it blunt, yeah, yeah. If I'm on your mind, baby, let's run it back. Living in this world without you, where's the fun in that? I can't give you up. You're my favorite drug, a junkie for your love. Tell me, have you been needing me like I've been needing you? Yeah. Everything you said, I did it. I was in love with your mind and your body, your aura, in love with your spirit. You wasn't used to this love, so you figured my agendas were hidden. Dealing with trauma, but deep down inside, I thought it was something I was missing. If we left each other's lives, I wouldn't feel right, I don't know. Always two sides to the story, I guess there's never a right or wrong. Heard you tryna keep vibes with a nigga, but you know you ain't me. Bet my life on the line, if it really came to it, you sided with me.
Well, you came with so crazy on the beat too.
Yeah, that beat right.
Yeah, it's that heartfelt bounce, man. Y'all these genre. Y'all hearing heartfelt bounce. Yeah, man.
That's going crazy. Well, what do you feel? So now, like, okay, you push Sic Em.
Yeah.
How you push Sic Em, right? How do you push this? Where do you take this to?
This is like the relationship realm. I feel like the niche love is the niche with this one.
So how do you promote that? How do you work it?
Well, you know what's so crazy? I mean, there's so many different ways. So right now, the approach I'm taking that I haven't really tried before is having high quality bulk content, more like quick visualizers.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like actually push it and like do a 3-week campaign to see consistently posting and collecting data and seeing what's really working, what people are. So really it's an experimental phase for me right now.
So out there, you're pushing this one online marketing wise.
Yeah, this one's more of like online push. Like, you know what I'm saying? These next couple. What have you
learned from just?
So far, I mean, it's just only been a couple of days, like a weekend, so it hasn't been that long, but it's been cool just seeing the feedback so far. Like each drop, people tap in with me more and more, so I really see the perception of like me being an artist even just growing to a bigger scale, and like people really, it's the amount of dudes who've been hitting me up about the record, like it's just, you know, it's like a voice for them in a way, like emotions that they may not express, but they all feel. Like everyone who's been in a relationship can understand the feeling of what I'm talking about in the music. So that's why I call that shit heartfelt balance. For me, it's like, it's relatable stuff you can feel if you really been in some shit for real, you know? True. So it's been good. It's been crazy, man. Like I found this couple from Spain. I gotta send you the photos, but I don't know if you see me post it the other day in my story. But it's this couple, but they be going crazy, right? I don't know how they end up on my feed, but bro, like their videos going like, their reels are going crazy, but there's just this loving couple and they shoot these like real just fire ass videos, right? Right. And they had all this random music, like 5 random music on there. There wasn't so I DM'd them. I went to Google Translate because they speak in Spanish. So I Googled, I only know a little bit of Spanish. I don't know like too much to really communicate too much. So I went to Google Translate. Boom, just told them like, yo, I'm an upcoming artist. I got a song called Did It. I'm dropping on Valentine's Day. Like, I love y'all content. Would y'all be open to collabing like with an audio? You know what I'm saying? Because they had like 6,000 followers. They were following like 5,000. So I'm like, bro, they definitely gonna probably follow me back. Right. So I just took a risk there. It was so quick. It was like literally either I was gonna do it or not do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was on my phone. Like, I was like, do I try this out or not? You know? I'm glad I did because it was just dope to see, damn, how big the internet is, but even just connecting with I really genuinely rock with their content. So for them, they're like, oh, of course, we would love to do it pretty much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, they probably never had an artist like come to them and be like, hey, collaborating on this type of aspect. But anyways, they end up dropping some content yesterday, like TikTok at 40K. You know what I'm saying?
Going crazy.
Instagram at 30K, like
going crazy.
Just fire. And I'm just like, man, just so little stuff like that. I'm just so many different ways to spread it. You just got to be creative and, your approach. That's what I'm figuring out these next 3. Yeah. So that's all this stuff is a growing campaign of understanding how to market. The only way I'm going to learn how to do is by marketing, seeing what works and doesn't work. So this is basically...
And not doing the same thing over and over.
Exactly.
Like some people get stuck in that. It's like, I'm going to do the same thing over and over. 100%. It's going to work. And it's like, don't work like that.
But as you keep going, you're going to find out what works and what doesn't, and that becomes your foundation. So you can now create, the kind of manufacturing of, okay, we know how to roll out a song. So my whole goal is like, do the best I can with these next 3 releases so that when the EP comes, it's like I have a better understanding of how to roll it out for real. Right. But also with my online approach is to kind of connect with people who are on the online space of being able to, like behind the scenes, like different people who help market online. So there's a couple of people, but it requires a little bit of a budget. But even within that, I'm just doing what I can in the meantime, even building relationships with certain content creators. Like I got this one dude, we about to work on some. He might be dropping, I think, on Friday or whatever. But understanding which kind of content one produces can also translate to different outcomes. You know what I'm saying? So the guy I'm about to do...
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah, but like the guy, he does content where he's in a car and he's like, this is a masterpiece, you know what I'm saying, of just these different records. So but people who listen to his content are kind of looking for him to be a curator of sound. So they're going to actually go try to look for the song. Right. So rather people watch them and the song's kind of in the background, you know what I'm saying, getting some type of spread, but the main, it's a different type of, funneling there. Right. So even understanding that, like picking content creators that actually, some can translate to streams, if that's where you want to go. Some can translate to just maybe cultural movement. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like even understanding that, building those relationships with those different type of people is these next 3 weeks I'm going to be working on too, figuring out these different things. So yeah. True.
Well, I did want to get your opinion on this, and I think we can wrap it. How'd you feel about the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl?
Man, no comment. Man, it's crazy. Like at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of back and forth going on about it. To me, both of them are phenomenal artists. Yes. They're both phenomenal.
I've been playing that.
You know what I'm saying?
Going crazy.
I don't really know how I'm feeling about the whole project. I haven't listened to the new one with him and Party all the way yet to really give my opinion for real. But I've seen people have mixed reviews. But at the end of the day, bro, seeing all this, it's like I'm just staying out the way for real. I'm not really tripping on. I'm just trying to manifest. You know what I'm saying? My momentum. I'm not really worried about what Drake and Kendrick got going on in terms of like they beef ain't really doing nothing for me besides me just wasting time looking at another man's career and like. But I'm observing of just like, damn, people can really flip on you so quickly, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing how that game goes.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's lessons in everything.
Yeah, facts. So I'm looking at that, but I'm not really necessarily looking at the drama of it for real.
Yeah, so I think industry-wise, like it's just how I kind of look at it is like our music is still able to be on a platform. That's big enough,
It's always going to be, though. Like, it ain't going nowhere.
And the fact that more independent people now could actually have a chance. Like,
yeah. I think that's a beautiful era we're in right now where whoever, like, really branding, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if Dolph was here, like, Nips was here. Like, man, these guys are here right now just to see what they would have done to this point. It would have been phenomenal just to see these different things. Smoke, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's so many different people, that were paving their own way, like especially just within the culture, like dudes like Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Like those guys were really paving a way in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? That would have been just crazy to see at this.
See that foundation actually get to the full fulfillment.
And like Dolph was just independent guru, like having motion. Like that's why a lot of people were probably hating on him for real, because he was really like ownership. That's why I felt with Key Glock, because like his campaign, how he run his campaign, a lot of ownership in it, like. Really, because of Dolph, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that funneling of system. Yeah, so those people where I look at, Larry June, like, looking at their structure, like, there's certain people's structure that I really appreciate on a business tip. So, if we had, even just, telling, like, what it would have been just having those guys now and just being able to peep, like, what they would have done. Because they was already on some futuristic vibes when they were here. So.
All right. You talk about Larry June. Have you listen to him?
Yeah, facts. He's from the Bay. Like I'm from the Bay Area too. He's from the Bay Area. So yeah, I slap a lot of Larry June.
Okay. The new project though, you liking it?
Oh yeah, with the one with 2 Chainz. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. Yeah, some vibes in there.
That's the same. I mean, similar in style when I played that Conductor beat earlier.
Yeah.
It's very.
They got their vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying, in terms of what they talking about, and it's dope because it's like life rap. They call it life rap. You know what I'm saying?
I like when 2 Chainz hit that. I mean, even though 2 Chainz got the hits,
but 2 Chainz, he in the interview, he was saying he likes to rap more on that than he was just doing the other stuff because that's what was going. But you know, to each his own. But I think at that point, I think that's why it's dope too with Chainz, because it's like it ain't like 2 Chainz still trying to be, you know. A youngin'. It's like he's talking that talk.
Trying to give you that.
Yeah. And it's like really that's what I feel like we need from the other artists. I think that's what people are expecting from Drake too. Like, cause it's like certain stuff is like, bro, you know, it's like it just still feels like, nigga, you still in your 20s still. Like, bro, come on, like,
give us some game on this music stuff.
At that point, which
I can believe.
But you know, to each his own. He's still producing bangers. So at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm just watching though to see how does he maneuver this, cause he's in a little bit of a pickle, but you know, Kendrick was going out for his neck, bro.
He was going hard, but I think, you know, in essence of like the performance, it was.
I feel like the performance is gonna. Go ahead, not to cut you off. I know what I'm gonna say. My bad.
Yeah, like the performance was just very, like they had a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, like, and some people were like, oh no, it was very boring. It's like, nah, the man was tired. You know, trying to, and sometimes it's like you might chop your hand trying to prove something. You know, like I like the set. I just feel like, you know, he did a lot, man. He did a lot. He was tired. I could see he was tired.
Yeah.
And just, you know, sometimes it's like, does the anger fuel you that much? You know?
Yeah, I think that performance is gonna grow value over time. That's something I think we're gonna look back on like, dang. Like all the subliminal messages in it, is you gonna have to break down at some point. They might have classes on it. Like that's how in depth it was. That's how in depth Kendrick be. Like, so it's something like people may not be able to appreciate at this moment. Like there was both spectrums, because you know, whatever on the internet you can find always both spectrums. Like people who may not be messing with it and people who were. You know what I'm saying? If people were showing the clubs in Atlanta, it was going crazy when he was on halftime. But if they showing the white side of America, the old heads, of course they're not gonna understand. But it's just like,
I noticed,
you know,
when it was that A minor, like, and people were like, it's dead. When it was that A minor part, that whole stadium sounded like it was going. And it's not just, once again, I'm not trying to downplay the performance. I just noticed, like, as an artist, sometimes you put a lot on yourself. And
also 2 different artists, like, you know what I'm saying, where 2 different artists, 2 different type of ways that they express. And Drake music is more, I feel like, in terms of being able to just catch on easily. You know what I'm saying? The melodies, the hooks, it's easier to vibe to, where Kendrick, he's gonna give you, you know, he's gonna give you some melodic vibes in there, but you know, it's a lot of spinning, a lot of, you gotta think, you know, when you listen to what he's saying and stuff. So I don't know, it's just different forms of music, I think.